Hello and welcome to the WCFFL Week 10 Playoff Bonanza. We're going to be analyzing all the teams. 2 weeks left in the season. Still time to get out of the toilet bowl. Still time to make the playoffs. Still time to get a bye week. So let's jump right into it. First up, we have the toilet bowl jack-off tier. Starting with looks good on paper. Only team in the WCFL officially eliminated from the playoffs, according to advanced analytics. 90% chance he plays in the toilet bowl. Gotta hand it to Jack. He's been active down the stretch. Some say he sold off his players. Others would say he's contending in the consolation. Joe Burrow at quarterback, very good. Cordero Patterson and Dalvin Cook. If Dalvin Cook can be healthy, dangerous. Keenan Allen, very good. And then, you look around the rest of his team, kind of sucks. Gaskin and Tony. So, yeah, again, a whopping 90% chance he plays in the toilet bowl. But if he can somehow claw his way out, I think he can do something in the consolation. And if not, I honestly almost like him as the favorite in the toilet bowl. He's just sitting there in the stall.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
Waiting for someone to walk in. And speaking of waiting for someone to walk in, High Street Wolves, 2% chance of making the playoffs, 70% chance of making the toilet bowl. Jalen Hurts been very good for him this year, but running backs been his consistent problem. He took the gamble on Antonio Gibson, had him last year. Gibson had a broken shin. That just sucks. We love the commish. Definitely don't want to see the commish in the toilet bowl. Certainly don't want to see the commish lose in the toilet bowl. Like we said, he still has a path to the playoffs, so hey, keep fighting. If he wins his games, anything can happen. Next up, we have the staying alive tier. Not dead yet, probably going to the consolation, but 15% chance of making the playoffs. 5-10% chance for these teams to make the toilet bowl too, so not completely out of it yet. Those three teams in no particular order: Shelly Myers Support Group, Dem Tennessee Volunteers, and Merry Christmas. Shelly Myers Support Group, love this team all year. This is a good team. If you're playing this team in the consolation, I would be shaking in my freaking boots. Naeem Hines, I ain't scared, but I love this team, love the team name. Trading Dalvin Cook was genius. Honestly, it's worked out nothing but great for him. This was a team that, could have been headed for the toilet bowl, and he said, nope, I'll go right to the consolation. Maybe end up in the toilet bowl by accident, but probably not. Next up, Tennessee Volunteers. Kirk Cousins at the helm. It was kind of that gamble, between Kirk Cousins, Matt Stafford, which one's going to actually be elite this year. Definitely not Kirk Cousins, but he's all right. Aaron Jones and Joe Mixon have been a solid running back core for him all year. He's had some tough losses. He has Adrian Peterson starting now. Mike Evans, Adam Thielen are a great running back core. Again, Tennessee Volunteers would be a tough matchup in the consolation. Could see them getting into the playoffs. Really don't see this squad getting into the toilet bowl, even though it's still technically a possibility. Tennessee Volunteers, solid squad. And last in this tier, we have Merry Christmas. Staying alive, but at what cost? Running backs decimated. All the starting running backs came back. Everyone that could have gotten hurt got hurt, basically. Barkley and Edwards were at one time compared to JT and Zeke. It sounds like forever ago at this point. Now they're both injured. And that leads me to believe that of all these teams, all of them could still go to the toilet bowl. I think if one was going to end up there, I think it would be Merry Christmas. Don't see them doing much in the consolation. I really am probably lowest on this team out of this bracket, just because of injuries and lack of depth. But he's staying alive. Next up, we have the dog tier, Naked Sunday and Joy Taylor's Sweaty Buns. While they're both 4-5, tied with the rest of the staying alive tier, they have some advantages in head-to-head and points for that puts them ahead, puts them both at a 40% chance to make the playoffs. They have a 0% chance of going to the toilet. Well, actually, I think they might have a 2% chance of going to the toilet bowl. But let's look at Naked Sunday. Controversial as always with his trading. Most trades in the league. Not news to anyone. Very good squad. They make the playoffs. They can definitely make a run for the championship. If not, I like this team as the favorite overall in the consolation. Joy Taylor, Sweaty Buns. They have been ravaged by COVID. However, if they can win this week, still a dangerous team. They've been cold, but Elijah Mitchell, breakout star. Nick Chubb been elite all season. If he can get back next week, that'd be huge. Aaron Rodgers will be back, so we'll see. Again, 40% chance for both of these teams. They're in a dogfight for the playoffs. Next up, we have the island boy himself, Luigi Caprietti, the Coca Champs. Kind of been a fraud team all year, let's be honest. They're middle of the pack points for, but 5-3-1 record does not lie. Puts him 1.5 games up over the dog tier. Gives him a 75% chance to make the playoffs and a 20% chance to get a bye week. Matt Stafford, one of the best later picks of the draft. He's been playing MVP-type ball. And, the numbers don't lie. Do I think the dog tier teams may be better in a way? Sort of. But again, he's a 1.5 games up. Everything's right ahead of him. Anything can happen. Luigi's had good luck all year, so maybe this is payback for a couple years ago when, Luigi got basically screwed. So, last but not least, it's the big baller tier. Kyle Smelly Armpits, Jordan White Sox 94, Marshall Street Minutemen at 6-3, and the WCFF Killbot Incorporated. Now, Cold Cut Champs might have some beef. They're 5-3-1, so is Kyle Smelly Armpits and Jordan White Sox 94. Kyle Smelly Armpits, huge points for advantage. Jordan White Sox 94, I don't even have to say it. Now, chances of making the playoffs, Connor is locked in 100%. The rest of us, about a 90-95% chance of clinching the spot. Because of the Derrick Henry injury with the advanced analytics, it's about a 50% chance for all of us to get a bye week. Obviously, Killbot and Minutemen control their own destiny, being a half a game up. But we'll see what happens. Kyle Smelly Armpits, we know the name, we know the game. Josh Allen, Zeke, John Taylor. Do I have to say the rest of the team? No, I don't. They're amazing. Kyle Pitts. You look at Jordan White Sox 94. Won 3 championships in a row. Not going to break down his roster. That speaks for itself. The Marshall Street Minutemen. That says it all. Thanks, Katy Perry. Last but not least, WCFF Killbot Incorporated. I still believe in this team. There are so many doubters. Them being basically blown out by Jack Dingfelder. I mean, embarrassed on Monday night. Wow. That one hurts. Like I said, I have wide receiver envy, so I'm a little biased towards this team. Like Darrell Henderson as well. But honestly, they're not what they were with Derrick Henry. We all know that. Beep, boop, boop, pop, boop, boop, beep. Beyond the limits of our